Good morning, guys. Good afternoon. Good whatever time of day it is that you're watching this video. Happy Friday. In the lesson today, we're going to solely focus on establishing the literal meaning of Act 5, Scene 1. All right, so the materials that you are going to need are the Friday, May 14, 2020 Google Forms and the Reading Packet 6 if you would like to follow along in a printable version of the text. So we'll go ahead and jump in. Our prompt for today is to summarize the major events of this scene. So we need to plan like what literally happens in this scene. So answering this question is going to help us to be able to be successful in responding to the prompt. All right, so as most of our lessons, we are going to read and annotate A Midsummer Night's Dream while watching a video of a play. You may jot your annotations on a separate sheet of paper. The question that we'll be annotating for is, what is literally happening? So go ahead and get all the materials that you will need to answer. Get all the materials that you will need to annotate. Once you have those materials, go ahead and play the video so we can watch the clip.
Take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness o'ercharged.
Why, my sweet, shall see no such thing.
She says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake. For what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Trust me, sweet.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our good will. That you think we come not to offend, but with our good will. To show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We come not as minding to content you, our true intent is. All for your delight, we are not here. That you must here repent you. The actors are at hand, and with their show, you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath writ his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. A good moral, my lord, it is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on this prologue like a child on a recorder. A sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain. Nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on, till truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain. This man, with lime and rough cast, doth present wall. That vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This man, with lantern, dog, woof woof, and bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine. For if you would know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright, and as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And tearing in the mulberry shade, his dagger drew and darted. For the rest, let Lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak. No wonder, my lord. One lion may when many asses do.
Alright guys, so let's go over what literally happens here in this first clip. Who enters the scene at the beginning? Quince. And what is Quince doing? Delivering a prologue for the play. How does the audience respond to the prologue? They make fun of it. And who does Quince introduce in the prologue? The major characters of the play. Alright, so this is basically what happens here in this first clip as we watch. Go ahead and jot these annotations down and then restart the video when you are ready to move on to the next section of the play.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a granite hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I and that same wall, the truth is so. And this, the cranny, is both right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better? It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Oh, grim looked night.
Oh, night with hue so black. Oh, night, whichever art when day is not. Oh, night, oh, night.
Alack,
Alack, alack!
I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot.
Cheek! And thou, wall, oh, sweet, oh, lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine, thou, wall, oh, sweet, oh, lovely wall, show me thy chink, to blink through with mine eye. Out. Ah! Thanks, courteous wall! Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see! Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss! Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me! The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No. In truth, sir, you should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter and I'm to spy her through the hole in the wall. You will see it will fall flat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Oh, wall, full often hast heard my moans for parting my Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones. Thy stones with lime hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I may hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe.
My love.
Oh.
Thou art my love, I think.
Oh, think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lamander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen to the fates me kill.
Never was Shaphalus to Procris so true.
Shaphalus to Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou admit these two neatly straight away?
Tie life, tie death, I couple down.
Thus have I wall my part discharged so, and being done thus wall away doth go.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbors.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst, no worse if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come in two noble beasts, a man and a lion.
All right, let's go over clip 2. Who is Snout playing? A wall. And why is this wall important? Well, the wall separates Pyramus and Thisbe. And who enters the scene? Bottom, who's playing Pyramus. What happens when someone comments on Bottom's performance? He breaks that fourth wall and starts talking to the audience. And then who enters the scene? Thisbe. And how do Pyramus and Thisbe communicate? Through the wall. And what does the audience do at the end of this section? They continue to mock the play. All right, so go ahead and jot these annotations down on a separate sheet of paper so we understand like what is literally happening here so we can summarize the major events of the play. Go and restart the video when you're ready to watch the third clip.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. Well, then know that I, as snug the joiner am, a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, and of good conscience.
The very best out of beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
The lion has a very fox for his valor. True, and the goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor. It is well. Let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horn and moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
His horns are invisible.
This lanthorn doth the horn and moon present. Myself the man and the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How else is it the man and the moon?
He dares not come there for the candle, for you see it is already snuffed.
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the way.
I am aweary of this moon. Would that he would change.
Proceed, Moon.
All I have to say to tell you is the lanthorn is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog woof woof my dog.
All these should be in the lanthorn, for all these are in the moon.
Oh, but silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Minnie's too. Where is my love? This is old Minnie's too. Where is my love?
This is old Minnie's too. Where is my love?
Oh!
Well roared, lion. Oh, well rest this beast.
Oh!
And so the lion vanished. And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright, for by thy gracious, golden, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, oh, spite, but mark, poor night, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, can you see what can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh, dear thy mantle good, what stained with blood? A pirate! crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Wish with my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lions fray? Since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, which was the fairest dame that lived, that liked, that loved, that looked with cheer. Come, tears confound, out, sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus. I, that left pap, where heart doth hop, thus die I. Thus, thus, now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Moon, take thy flight. Now, die. 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 Die.
All right, guys, let's go over the third clip. Who enters the scene? The lion and moonshine. What kind of lion will the lion be and why? A gentle lion to not frighten the ladies of the audience and get executed. How does the audience respond to the moon? They tease the moon. What happens when Thisbe enters? The lion attacks her. Go ahead and jot these annotations down. We're going to go on to a next slide because this clip is a little bit longer. All right, so continuing this clip, what did she leave behind? Her cloak. What does the lion get on it? Blood. What does Pyramus think has happened when he finds it? He thinks Thisbe is dead. How does he respond? He kills himself. You have a little Romeo and Juliet action going on here. All right, so at this time, jot your annotations down. Once you're ready to continue watching the play, restart the video.
With the help of a surgeon, he may yet recover, and yet prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She shall find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks you should not use a long one for such a pyramid. I hope she will be brief.
Oh, she has spied him already with those sweet eyes.
Asleep, my love? What dead, my dove?
You must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks. Our God, our God, lovers make moan. Lovers make moan. Oh. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me. With hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, since you have a shore, and shears his thread of silk. Tongue not a word, come trusty sword! Come trusty sword! Come, blaze, my breast embrace.
left to bury the dead.
Aye, and wall too. No, no. The wall that parted their fathers is down. Now, will it please you to hear the epilogue?
No!
Or to see a burgomask between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed. Mary, if he that played Pyramus, if he that Brennan had played Pyramus, and hanged himself with Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And it was, truly, and very notably discharged. Come, your burgomask. Let your epilogue alone.
Oh.
The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity, in nightly revels and new jollity.
All right, guys, let's go over a clip for what happens here. Who enters the scene? Thisbe. Who does she find? The dead Pyramus. How does she respond? She kills herself. What does Bottom do again? Talks to the audience. What does Theseus tell the lovers to do? Go to bed. All right, guys, so we've come to the end of the act as we're going to read today. For your homework, you will finish the play. You'll just read a short section of the text and then answer a few questions after that. So at this time, go ahead and move on to your exit ticket and explain what literally happens here in this first part of Act 5, Scene 1. Guys, I am so excited about the work that you've done today. I cannot wait to read your exit tickets. This is our last reading lesson. You guys have done a fantastic job and be looking forward to some awesome things to come.